Hey, what is up guys? So we are going to be going over the entire spoiler list for the Astral Pack 6. There's actually a lot of cool cards in here, but anyways, let's go ahead and go over the entire list, and then let's go ahead and talk about what this will mean for the metagame, just in case, you know, some things get reprinted that's going to make other people want to play certain decks. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So first off, for the 3 ultimate rares, we have Tour Guide from the Underworld, we have number 11 Big Eye, Trap Search, Trap Hole, Nightmare. So those are the 3 ultimate rares. I felt like the Trap Search, Trap Hole, Nightmare was just a little bit late, maybe a few months earlier. That would have been pretty cool. Then for the super rares, we have Trap Tricks, Mermilio, White Dragon, Black Dragon, Super Heavyweight Samurai, Shaddoll Beast, Underworld Fighter Balmung, number 80 Rhapsody and Berserk, Summoners, Arc, Bujin Carnation, and Infernity Break. So that's it for the super rares. And then for commons, we have the Sea Common or Cayman, we have Gruesome Goo and Amazon of the Seas. Those cards are just kind of for collectors and stuff like that. We have King of the Skull Servants, Vandy's Fiend, Vandalion, the Dark Dragon Lord, Machina Fortress, Man Eating and Black Shark, Modulce Queen Tiramisu, Nobuna Crossout, Thunder Crash, and then we have the Monarch Storm 4th, Ceasefire, Royal Command, Cursed Seal of the Forbidden Spell. So that's going to be the entire spoiler list. But let's go ahead and now talk a little bit more in depth about, you know, what's going to actually, matter for the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, Tour Guide already got reprinted, so really that's not going to matter. Big Eye's gotten reprinted a few times already, so it's not going to really change anything. And there's not really anything that's going to be coming out at the moment that is known that it's going to really make rank 7s more viable in the game. Unless, of course, they put the rulers back, you know, and they put the baby dragons back. Then we have Trap Tricks, Trap Hole, Nightmare, which I don't see Trap Tricks getting more support. At least none was announced, so that's probably going to be relatively irrelevant for the meta of the game. Now, the White Dragon, Black Dragon, if you guys haven't been seeing, Shaddoll's now try to play a little bit more aggressive against certain decks, because being able to have access to, you know, Shaddoll Fusion, then going for, you know, other plays, and then perhaps just dropping off, like, you know, a Dark Arm or a Black Lotus Soldier, you can finish off the game, but generally that's how the deck likes to play, especially with El Shaddoll Fusion. You're going to try to OTK as quickly as possible, so it's not like these reprints really encourage that deck to be played, because these cards are already really easy to obtain. Now, Super Heavyweight Samurais, guys, they are getting more support, so it's going to be interesting to see, you know, what that support really comes out to be, and, you know, how good it actually is. So, I mean, that reprint's not like it really needed to be reprinted or anything like that. Not a very expensive card in the first place, but, you know, nice to have that Shaddoll Beast in addition. But the one thing that I think changes a lot of stuff is the Qlis or the Qliphorts. They're getting more support, and now we have easy access to Summoner's Arc. Surprisingly, guys, I know basically Disc is one of the most expensive cards, as well as Tool, but Summoner's Arc is actually still a pretty expensive card. Now, this is going to make that drop down in price, like, it's going to be huge, how much this card drops in price, because, you know, Summoner's Arc is just a super old card, especially getting them in good condition is a little bit more difficult, but sometimes, you know, just having that access to this, plus the new support, maybe it's just going to make people just try to play the deck without Disc, which you can definitely still do. I mean, the deck still performs relatively well. So, with the addition of the other cards getting reprinted in this special edition of the new challengers, maybe some players that are going to be budget players are more interested in playing this deck now, so that can definitely be something to watch out for. Now, as far as Bujins go, I mean, pretty much most of the stuff in Bujin has got reprinted anyways, and the deck can still actually hold off against, you know, it can deal with killer. But for the most part, I find that deck to be a little bit lackluster. It doesn't have that stun aspect like a lot of other decks in the game have, especially with Nipomo coming out. But Infernity Break, I was like, what the heck? Why would they print this? I feel like, you know, maybe they're just like, you know what, we'll just print it anyways. Kind of like how they just reprint random stuff. But I mean, maybe this is ahead. They're telling us, guys, you know what? We're gonna have more support for Infernities. Windups are getting more support, but as far as Infernities, I don't think there's any support announced. But this could just be them hinting towards they might just do something with Infernities later on. They're gonna maybe, you know, take something off. Well, not really taking something off, because nothing's really been Infernities. It's just they've been limiting a lot of this stuff. So maybe something will come back. I don't know. Well, these obviously mean nothing. This guy for collectors. Now, King of the Skull Servants. This card over here, guys, it's going to be really, really good with the new Junk Synchron structure deck that's coming out in the OCG. So I will definitely showcase that once that actually comes out. But you can get Junk Synchron. Well, you basically get Junk Warrior is the card they're going to be bringing out. But you can get that card up to crazy, like, it's like 10,000 plus attacks. So with the addition with King of the Skull Servants, you can do some crazy stuff. So nice to have that card reprinted, as well as getting that card in that good condition. Very old card, and sometimes, you know, just they're in bad condition because the card is so old. Another great card to have reprinted is Vandy's Fiend in good condition. That's again something just nice to have in the game. Vandalion's pretty much irrelevant. I did make a deck with it, so maybe if you happen to pull these and you want to just make something with it, I did do a few duels with the Vandalion, the Dark Dragon Lord deck. It's more of a fun deck than anything. It's very, very aggressive, and you can just win instantly against your opponent, depending on when what is activated. You can do a lot of stuff. That's a very fun card. I love that card a lot. Machina Fortress, they are printing a lot of machine stuff, but maybe in the trains, you could use that card in the trains, but again, not an expensive card anyways. And then for the most part, everything else here is pretty much cheap anyways. But Curse Seal the Forbidden Spell, kind of nice against something like Shadal's, where, Shadal Fusion. Oh, I hate your Shadal Fusion, no more. I know that they now have the L Shadal Fusion, but for the most part, there's an okay set. I mean, it's really cool to see that we're getting an Ultimate Rare Tour Guide, but sometimes I feel like once they reprint the cards Ultimate Rare, or they print it in high rarity, they just go ahead and smacked it down with the Banhammer. So hopefully Tour Guide won't get hit, because I'll be a little bit disappointed if I pick up some Ultimate Rare Tour Guides, and then, oh, Tour Guide's at 1 now, I hate when that happens, but I know Konami, the Rescue Cat got me. They printed that in Super, and then like shortly after, oh bro, Rescue Cat is now banned. But anyways, guys, let me know, what are you most excited about in this entire Astral pack? Firstly, for me, the Ultimate Rare Tour Guide's gotta be the icing on the cake. I mean, the Secret Rare ones, they're pretty sexy, but I gotta see what the Ultimate Rare Tour Guide looks like. Cannot wait for that. And also, it's just kind of nice to have that that King of the Skull Servants in good condition, because I mean, you look through a lot of old cards and they're just in bad condition. So that's kind of nice. And then again, I think the best thing out of this entire set is probably Summoner's Art, though. For like price wise, it's gonna definitely hurt a lot of people that have been hoarding onto these and just making them very expensive for the game of Yu-Gi-Oh. But anyways, I'll put the link down below in the description box where I got my source from this. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know, like I said, what is your favorite card out of the Astral Pack 6. But thanks for watching. Azneyes out.